Hey, what's up guys, Hinkgo here again. Looks like we've landed on Brightwing for this run. I've played a pretty decent amount. I've got him to level, or her, him or her, I'm not sure. I think of it's more of like a she. But I've got it about to level 17. She's a pretty good healer. She does really good healing over time. She may struggle against some bursts, but through like abilities and talents, like she has Pixie Dust, which gives a basic damage vulnerability, plus later on if you wanted you could talent into like a shield damage reduction. So she can handle pretty much everything. I wouldn't say she can handle like huge burst from two heroes at once, but for the most part she can handle pretty much whatever comes at her. So let's go ahead and jump in and let's check her out. Looks like we arrived in the Haunted Mines. I noticed the enemy team is a team of 5. Whether they're just a bunch of randoms or not, they got a pretty solid team, I think. They got a Joanna, Li Ming, Gray Ming, Morales, Cassia. I think overall they all do pretty good. We got myself, Brightwing, we got Murden, Sonya, Zul'jin, Ariel. I think our team's pretty solid too, actually. Let's see if we can get... Okay, then we got those two together, so I'll sit up here with these guys. So, there's really a lot of options. You can go shield build, you can go bribe here. I'm just a big fan of the increased range, because this is how close you got to be without the increased range. Thankfully they added this little nice little circle around you, but we're definitely going increased range on this one. So, Brightwing actually does a pretty nice amount of damage. Not like Ariel style damage, but she does really steady damage. And later on, the more damage you do, the more you can heal, which is really nice. We'll get into that later a little bit. But pretty much you got a flare you can throw off. The center of the flare does more damage. You got a polymorph to CC people. You also have, like I said, that Pixie Dust, which does a nice little shield on physical damage. And every 4 seconds of your trait, you're going to be healing for a nice amount, as long as I got him in this blue circle. We'll just keep an eye on theirs, because it looks like it's one up top and a whole bunch on the bottom. So we might... Okay, Sonya's definitely going down. So we should be okay. I'm okay with taking some tower shots. Take 1 or 2, you can heal yourself back up passively. It's really convenient. We'll just keep this this lane pushed while watching that lane the whole time. We gotta be careful of him jumping on us. If he does jump on us, we can polymorph him. So it's not too bad. Looks like they sent up a healer here as well. He's doing a pretty nice amount of damage to me. Go ahead and polymorph him just to keep him off us. Actually, I haven't played Brightwing in quite a bit, so hopefully I'm not too rusty on her. But she is a really solid healer, I think. I would say she's, compared to Lucio, I mean, Lucio, I think heals for slightly less, but more often. So, I don't know. If I had to pick between the two, they're both really good. I don't know if I'd want to pick between the two. Especially since recently Lucio got his nerf in. Gotta be careful of this Gray Man, he's looking for the kill. He just swapped. You gotta be careful too, because that Morales is keeping him nice and healthy. We'll just sit back passively, continually casting. Looks like our bottom's holding on pretty strong. The mines are up, so we want to get in there as soon as possible. Go ahead and hop down with Murden. We'll just stick with him. As long as he... There we go. Come on, buddy. So, looks like they might be attempting a push. We can always, if we need to get down there, we have a phase shift on our Z, which pretty much teleports us right to an allied member at any time we want. They just hit level 4. So I'm kind of worried about this person by herself down here, but not sure. Okay, Ariel just came in. They're grouping up, which is nice. We noticed that a couple of them down at the bottom were taken, and that one was just taken as well. So the enemy team is actually below us. Alright, for this one, I just like extra healing, even though we do got a second support. Just makes me feel pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Manic Pixie. Pretty much anytime I heal somebody with this shield on them, it's going to just be extra heals. So we do not have... We got someone coming behind us. I gotta be very careful. This is try and polymorph him off her. She's actually going away from me. If she comes back, I can get some nice heals in. Try and keep Murden up. Yeah, but they got a lot of burst damage. And we're down a person. Try and polymorph him one more time. I actually got pulled back and knocked at the same time, so double CC. So unfortunately, we had to take a death. Damage-wise, we're doing as expected. Our main damage dealer would be Zul'jin, and they've got 3 really solid damage dealers. So later on, Zul'jin should be picking up some stuff. We just got to keep a healthy eye on him. Try and get back to, what are we doing, boys? We're going in? We're just gonna double support this Zul'jin down here. He's gonna be our main damage dealer. Sonya later on can do some nice damage. He's gotta be careful too with roots. And sadly though, we gotta be careful. Zul'jin's trait requires him to stay as low health as possible. I'm tanking that boss, which isn't ideal. So yeah, this is going to be very rough for our team. If Zul'jin actually fights, he might be okay. Doesn't look like he wants to. And he left us. So now we should just leave. So 52 to 48, not the biggest issue. We can actually push a little bit while it's coming up. Phase just got 8 seconds to show up wherever. I'd say it's fairly even. The damage though, we definitely need to up our damage. Otherwise it's going to be hard. So hopefully they'll go all stop, but I'll continue pushing while being mindful of any rotations. They're doing a camp, which I don't think that's the best move, but they might get it done before. So there's 2 up here, 3 up here, so we should be able to defend that golem pretty nicely. If she jumps in, I can go and polymorph her. 4 up here it looks like. Sonya, be very careful. Yeah, they're all defending, it looks like. Just kind of hoping that our 4-man would stay down there and defend. But Sonya decided to come up here for some reason. I'm just basically here soaking XP. That's my main goal right now. So for this one, let's see what they got. They don't really have any CC, hard CC, so I'm not going to take cleanse. I don't really want to use shield because I want to use this when it's important. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Mystified, basically reducing the cooldown of Soothing Mist by 0.5 seconds every time you heal. Or every time you basically use an ability, you're going to be able to reduce the cooldown of your basic heal, which is pretty nice, your trait. Alright, keep an eye, we're soaking XP. They actually may need us down there, we're just going to go now. Try and keep them up. We're going to go poly this person. They have no escape and no damage. So that worked out pretty nicely. We're keeping up our Qs, our Manics. The more we cast abilities, the oh shoot. The more times we can use our trait. We'll keep Ariel up. I probably should have healed myself there. Hopefully she'll do a 2-man heal, which she did. Yeah, we just gotta pretty much survive. We definitely have the long game, but not having that extra damage might hurt later on. So we don't need to fight here, guys. We should just continue soaking XP. I will go to the top. Oh, looks like they might attempt camp. What are we doing, boys? I don't think we can challenge them here. Especially if we don't go in. It's probably going to be a 5-man most likely. Might as well just leave. That grenade is annoying as crap. Is she talenting into it? Yeah, she did. She's got 33% more knockback on that. Yeah, we can just clear this camp up really easy. We don't need to die for this at all. Come up top, please. She decided not to go up top. So, we gotta be careful. Just need to pop the grenade on her. Try and poly her so we can get the escape. And it looks like we got it. So we can clear this if we focus the pumpkins. Does not look like anyone wants to. There goes Sonya Murden, so far so good. Man, I definitely need that spell shield later on. That freaking... everyone's hurting me. There's not one single person that's hurting me. Try and take a shot for him. He walked a little too far forward. I took the shot for him, but I paid for it with my life, so it was either going to be me or him. We just don't have the damage. 28k to 14k. Yeah, once we get spell shield, as a matter of fact, we can pre-plan now. They don't really have any huge bursts, so we'll go with a shield dust, 40 extra spell armor, 40% damage reduction, And then at level 16, we're going to go ahead and take another further spell reduction with bouncy, so that means that everyone's going to have it. Well, at least one extra person. So we want to group up and get in the mines. Already doing pretty good. I need to be very careful, so I want to get a little bit extra. But I also don't want to get caught, and I do not have phase shield. The good thing about E, though, your pixie dust, it gives you 20% movement speed. Yep. Alright, where is the enemy team, actually? Maybe the far bottom? Be careful, Sonny. She's walking right into him. She might pay for it as well. So they're already level 10, unfortunately. We might be able to get a polymorph in. Oh, he got a stun, so that works just fine too. So I'm gonna go with the Emerald Wind here, just so I can get some knockback. Don't go in, please. I guess he's going in. Don't know why he went in. We'll go ahead and CC the wolf. He probably shouldn't have went in, but he did. Now I have no escape. Alright, what are we doing, Zul'jin? Hitting a tank? So we get that physical reduction on her. We got one hit on morale, so just kill her, thank you. I'm still here with you, buddy. We're not going anywhere. Alright, that actually worked out okay, because Sony showed up. And he's dead. This Li Meng's doing pretty good. Be careful, she got all her resets now. Hopefully he realizes that. He's on her side. And I'm out of mana. So I'm just going to passively heal. It does not look like she's going to engage on us, which is good for us. Just being very careful. I have no mana. A little bit now. Alright, good job. Actually did really good there. So we had the sustain. Our damage is picking up a little bit, so overall we're doing pretty good. What are we missing? Just those down there. I needed some mana. I'm actually gonna go to this guy. We got a Johanna sitting there doing crazy stuff. Let's just kill these, buddy. Oh boy. Get them off their stuff for a little bit. They're still gonna come in and run it. Go ahead and pre-tap just because. Go ahead and collar this. Why not? So they got a level 16. We actually probably should push here. I have 26 seconds on my phase to let my team know, so I have to go really slow to get to them. So if we push here, we might, with this huge golem, we might be able to catch up in XP. So gotta be careful, this chick taking pot shots. One more level, I get that spell shield. Help out quite a bit. Just gotta be careful with this Zul'jin. It's going a little wild. So we'll interrupt that. And we won't get pulled in. We'll just sit back. So, just in case you guys didn't know, my level 10 heroic, the Emerald Wind, not only does it knock people away, it actually gives me an 8% will split. Thank you. Did way too much damage for that. Go ahead and knock them back because they're taking out our people. We'll go ahead and get shield dust. He's Tazdingoing it up, but he wasn't actually fighting. It's unfortunate because a lot of the... We need to defend this if we're not gonna push. The Zul'jins who pop that Tazdingo, they just need to stay there and fight. They're gonna die. If they don't die, then they might get a kill. But for the most part, popping it and running is absolutely worthless. You just delay the inevitable. And it basically is a worthless heroic if you don't actually use it. Because I've seen him get multiple kills. I've even done it myself, multiple kills off of one single Tazdingo. So yeah, back to what I was saying. Emerald Wind. It also gives you, where is it at? 8% I believe, passively healing. So your trait is just 8% stronger, and later on we can further add to that with our level 20. Oh boy. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Double kill.
Polymorph that. Okay, separate them a little bit. We need to make sure we cap this actually. He should have run, which he did. Zul'jin. I don't know where our Ariel went. We're apparently still chasing. So one of the things about being a healer, we can actually get this. Come on, buddy. Come back. Come back. Oh my god. There we go. There's only one alive. Well, two alive, I guess. So we could pre-shield here. And we don't need it. She went up top. So I don't know how Ariel died. She must have just walked around somewhere and got killed. Let's see. 40 seconds on that. We'll go ahead and push this lane back a little bit. They got a fort so good on them. I'm actually going to phase in.
The dead rise again, heroes. Dare you enter the mind?
I do not have a Emerald Wind, but I did have a Polymorph in case someone jumped. So this is a pretty close match, I think, so far. We definitely need to get the mines, though. So we got 5 seconds. We're just going to be here early. It's always good to show up early, because as soon as the thing pops up, you can immediately see I'm already ready to cast and get these skulls. It's also good as well if you can, like what they just did there, time the camps, so that way the camps are pushing while we're down here by ourselves. So we know they're at the bottom because they just all disappeared. Whoa, somebody walked in. Apparently they didn't watch the map. Go ahead and get bouncy dust, that way we can get more shields out, which is helping Li Meng, more physical out, which will help Greymane. Matter of fact, Greymane does pretty good ability damage too. So I could jump in and help them, but I'll probably end up dying doing this. Just need to be very careful. We got Emerald Wind just in case. They're all chasing outside. So we got 44. This is probably a safe way to back. We're actually down both of our damage dealers. So we should just leave. Please leave. We won't be able to kill anybody if we stay, guys. See, I could, and I probably should go in and help them, but it's probably more beneficial just to keep our XP up, because in case they do die, then it's... There, they actually left, so that's good. Because we were not going to defeat them at all. We had no damage. So I'm just being very careful of my phase. I gotta be careful as well if they knock me back with the grenade. Okay, this is probably far enough for me. Go ahead and phase out of there just in case. See, yeah, that grenade actually would interrupt this. And Li Meng didn't take the knockback. Actually, she would interrupt it too. So what's going on down here? So what are we doing, boys? Just being very cautious right now. They got a slightly stronger golem. Our Ariel's being very dangerous. Go ahead and poly. We actually got knocked back. So let's just defend this. Safe and easy defense. Gonna give myself 20% movement speed so I can catch up. Maybe get a flare out. Boom shakalaka. Alright. Yeah, this is... It's definitely a toss-up who's going to win, because if we get in a big team fight and we get one kill, we might actually be able to pull it out, because we have huge sustain. Once we get 20, it'll be even higher. Now that I got these shield dust and pixie dust, our team fights will be a lot nicer too. So damage-wise, they're literally doubling our damage, so we just got to be very careful. What are we doing, boys? See, we're splitting right now. This is not ideal. We are... What are we doing, guys? What the hell are we doing? We lost our damage people. Now I'm trying to catch up to people. And I'm too slow to catch up. We need to defend this, probably. Alright, where's Sonya? And that's what happens when you don't stay grouped. Now we're down a fucking damage dealer. So I have Emerald Wind to knock them off of this, just in case they decide to show up, which they did. So they didn't steal that from us, thankfully. We just gotta be very careful because we are down a damage dealer. Alright guys, I'm just gonna go up top and defend. It's a scary match. Because like one wrong mistake from either team, we could definitely do some damage, machine-wise. Alright, so let's go defend the bottom because they all showed at the bottom. Does not appear that these guys noticed. And not a single person down here to help me. So I can't go in yet, I need to get some heals up. Our team's finally rotating in. I want to help Sonya, but I also don't want to die. So get that movement speed in. We're continually going to go ahead and CC something so we can get the recast on our stuff. So we lost somebody, lost 2 people. Go ahead and knock him away from Ariel. Ariel just leave. And she stayed. And she's dying. I'm dying. Yeah, our team is just dropping the ball on this. Zero reason to fight there. We could have just fought them on our keep, and everything would have been fine. We could push. I gotta be careful though. I can't phase into like our minions or anything. And they could just come out at any time out of that. Let's get this camp actually. We can't go down there, so we don't know where they're at. I mean, it might be an okay idea to sneak a couple, but it's not really worth it at all, because if we die, then it's pretty much game over. It very well might be game over now too, actually. 20-minute golem, that's going to be max. Unless our guys can res fast enough, which... we got a couple back. Alright, are we going to go defend? I think we should defend at least. If we can get this golem in the center, we should do pretty good. We're all alive. Let's go, guys. So that's 2. Do we want to start it? Let's go ahead and start it. Because they're actually still around collecting. Okay, here comes incoming. Go ahead and polymorph the medic so she's not healing. I'm going to try and stay really close. I'm getting destroyed by everything. I tried to squeeze around that guy. Thankfully, she caught me and gave me some heals. Alright. We still got a huge golem. I don't know who died, but it looks like we're next. I got stunned. Alright, tense moment. I just need to go. Okay, so I can actually teleport to Ariel. Which will help both of us. Are they hunting us down? Whew. That's scary. Oh, we're still chasing Sonya. She didn't make it. Yeah, our damage is way too low compared to these guys. Which is really unfortunate, but it is what it is. So we're definitely losing a keep here. If our guys can res fast enough, we might be able to defend the core. So we'll see. Come on in, big guy. So we gotta be careful. Who's gonna do that? I'm gonna try and separate everybody. Come on in, please. We do not need to be out there at all. I want to get back. They need to separate. She probably took the level 20. They're not separating at all. It's just bouncing over and over again on my heads. Come on in, Wolfman. Try and get a poly on him. Got the poly, give him a speed boost. You see, Pops has the on ran. I mean, sure, you're gonna live, but that's not how you use it at all. Okay, we're gonna go revitalizing here just for that 25% increased healing over time. This is lost another damage dealer. This is probably a loss here. Even if we hold off, they're just gonna... that spell shield actually help out quite a bit. Come on and cast. I got a CC for you. Somehow we hung in there, which is pretty nice. I do not see us lasting too much longer afterwards. I'm actually really low on mana. Just gonna sit right here. We need to stop that chick. She's definitely gonna win. Try and separate the Johanna. And they're still chasing, which is okay because we can get that kill on that one. I'm gonna go ahead and tap for that mana. Keep our lanes pushed. So, I know this is ridiculous, but at level 20, I'm gonna try and discuss it. But at level 20, you get revitalizing. I'm sorry, you get revitalizing. Basically, every time you heal, it's gonna further increase the heal over and over and over again, 3 times. I want to help them, but I want to keep Murden up as much as possible. I don't know how everything's going. He decided to attack that, and then you're left, so I helped. I'm actually going to finish this and run all the way back. They actually got 2 down. We should probably core. This could actually be very good if we core. They've got a healer down and 50 seconds on their big girl. We need core. Man, none of them want to core.
Shall you brave the darkness?
So we had a healer down and we had Cassia down, which is a lot of their damage. Sonya's going ham, which is good. It's not a bad thing. This level 20 is really nice. Sonya's gotten pretty good. Get out of there. Get out of there. You are too much of a ham sandwich. So I need to watch Zul'jin as well. Our core is still okay. I don't know why they're saying our core. There's no minions on it. We'll get bouncy on. Slow her down. Okay, we need separate. Get the fudge off me. Alright, that's horrible. We lost all our people now.
Untouchable!
We had 60 seconds to core and they wouldn't go for it. They went for a camp. Mines are up. We definitely need to do the mines. We gotta be very cautious of a back door, which it looks like Murden's aware of. We could also backdoor now too. They have no healer. But whatever. No point in trying to talk to him over and over again. I already asked him twice. Here they come, backdoor. I'm actually gonna slow them all down. Try and get as many pings out as possible. Murden's Hearthing, which is good. I do not have that knockback anymore, but I'll be able to CC one of their happy-go-lucky DPS when he jumps on. Alright guys, let's do what we're doing. So I'm going to CC Cassie just because. Try and get a speed boost onto Sonya. And I'm continually casting. We need to split. Oh my god, guys, split. They are killing each other. Some people can, maybe they're new, but it's definitely not ideal. 1 second, I can knock everyone away. Try and save our Ariel. And that's game. I took some of the damage too, I think. Yep. I don't know if it came off cooldown again. I highly doubt it. Maybe they just never let it go the whole time. Oh, that was unfortunate. But I don't know what else to say. I mean, if we don't split and she takes the level 20, then it goes indefinitely. Then not much we can do. We had no damage. She almost did 150k to our 70k, so straight up doubled the damage, another 117k. For them being a team of 5, I think we did pretty good overall. We hung in there. But our team must have been a little new because they didn't split, and that actually hurt us really bad at the end there. So that's let's see, let's go ahead and check. I'm just going to read it to you real quick so you guys know. You throw a ball of lightning, it bounces up to 6 times between nearby enemies or Cassia. So if Cassia's there, it's going to bounce Cassia to an enemy, Cassia enemy. If 2 enemies are there, it's going to go enemy, 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 enemy 6 times. Level 20, it does this forever. As a matter of fact, that's probably what happened. Since it went on so long, it says it also reduces the cooldown of it by 3 seconds for every enemy hero hit. So having her bounce this on, I believe it killed Sonya, so it was like Sonya Murden back and forth, I think maybe Ariel. It reduced the cooldown so much, because I think, let's see, baseline at 60 seconds, so it hit quite a bit of times on the enemy heroes and already came back up, and that's what killed me too. So not only did it kill them because they decided to sit with it, she had it off cooldown and was able to throw it on us again afterwards. And between Johanna's slow and that heroic of Cassia, I got hit with it. And I couldn't get away. So unfortunately we lost. We put up a good fight, I think. I think we would have had the game if we would have went for a core with their healer down and one of their damage dealers down. Because we had all 5. We didn't do it, so we lost in the end. But yeah, overall, Brightwing, let's see how the healing was. 137,000 healing, 136,000 healing. So she's definitely competitive. She's really good for a lot of people that group up together, obviously. So if you're not grouped up together, it's going to be a little difficult. Damage-wise, we did okay damage. We could do better damage. But our main focus, obviously, was to keep people alive. We did okay siege as well, 71k siege. And for our talents, we just went with increased range. The Li Meng was doing a ton of damage, so I wanted to go with a shield build. So baseline, it's physical. And with this, I'm going to have extra healing. With this Mystified, we're going to just, every time we use a basic ability, we're going to have our heal more often. Passive healing increased. And our knockback. Also, this is the spell armor for Li Meng and Greymane. And Bouncy Dust, so it basically doubles it. So I get the double healing and double physical and double shield. Or spell shield. So it's really good. I like the shield build. There's also an actual shield build, but that's different. So then Revitalizing Mist, it says basically you heal somebody and your heal is a 4-second cooldown baseline without this talent. So with this talent here, Mystified, you're just going to have your heal way more often than, not. So let's say you put a shield on somebody and you cast your Q, then you already got a second off your heal, so that's 3 seconds. This says if you keep healing them, if you heal them a second time within 6 seconds, then stacks it up 3 times, so you get 25, 25, and 25. So the healing is humongous once you get those that 75% increased healing. So we actually did really good. As a matter of fact, it probably kicked in pretty good around the end when we were fighting up near their core, but didn't work out in the end. Oh well. We put up a good fight, I thought. So that's pretty much Brightwing in a nutshell. She's pretty solid, but yeah, just wasn't our time. And it looks like, I think, who's next? Oh, baby. We got Butcher coming up next, so see you guys in the next one.